Right? Exactly.
Hey, I ain't opposed. Let me tell you. I got money in my pocket, ain't nothing but time. Ain't nothing but time.
Alright. Hi, people. I'm Hannah. Steven's in the background.
Hello.
He'll come over here.
Hello.
We just got back from the Salvation Army. What's it called? Salvation Army
Fabric Fair.
Fabric Fair, and it was our first time going. We didn't know what to expect because we kind of don't meet many people like us, tailors and designers, and we kind of expected there might be some quilters there, but we just didn't really know what to expect. So we kind of thought getting there right at 8:30 when it opened would be early enough, but I guess people were waiting 2 hours before they opened, so next time we know better to get there a little bit earlier. But we did find some pretty awesome stuff, so for everybody who is interested to see the kind of stuff that they, I guess, on average have there, we'll show you some of the things that we were able to find, and maybe help you in the future if you want to go to one of their events. So I'll go first. So I found a really awesome find. This is a bunch of buckle clips for $1, this giant bag, which usually they end up being like $5 each.
Double bag.
Double bagged. So yeah, and this is kind of the size that it is. So it's a pretty nice size buckle, and I had to just double check with her to make sure that it wasn't just $1 each. So she's like, nope, the whole bag. Something that we both found was a box full of hams, which these things are not cheap, and this one has not even been opened. So yeah, that was a really exciting find, and most of them were $1.50 each. So very good find if you are a seamstress or tailor. Found some nice quality wools, some vintage wools. We didn't see a whole lot of bolts, and there wasn't a whole lot of 100% natural fiber textiles. It was mostly polyesters. I mean, there was a ton of cotton.
Most stuff 3 yards or under.
Yeah, and lots of lining material, so if you need like poly lining, they had a lot of that, but nothing super high end, although like I said, we were there right at 8:30. I don't know if the people before us got them all or whatever, so I don't know. We'll find out the next time we go if there's more options. I did see a box that said like his and her mannequins, and there weren't any in there. I think they were all already bought, so I guess in future events they might have those, and that's worth going early for. Found some other cool loose woven kind of vintage textiles. Haven't decided what I would do with this yet, but some kind of cool jacket or skirt or something like that. Lots of notions. I go through these like crazy, because a lot of people have like, I don't know what you would call it, outdoorsy kind of jackets and stuff, and these snaps are always on them. So I got an unopened bag of those. Some lining materials. These are not easy to find too. These are good for people that do alterations and men's and stuff. These are sweater sleeves and collars, just like the picture shows, like all these areas. They're not usually easy to find. A lot of fabric stores only have like 2 or 3 packages of them on the very back wall. So that was exciting to find those.
Great for vintage repair work.
Yes. Some more hooks and eyes, because you never have enough of those. And I also needed a bunch of hand sewing needles and
those, how much were the snaps? How much were the hook and eyes?
these were 25 cents.
25 cents, y'all.
And then these were 50 cents, and it's a giant bag of hand sewing needles, which I really needed, because I go through those like crazy. And now it's on to Steven. What did you find?
Oh, right. Well, I was looking more for fabric, like Hannah said. There wasn't a whole lot of really great fashion fabrics that were 3 yards or over. Typically you need a good, anywhere from 6 to upwards yards of fabric. So I bought 3 bolts of fabric, one kind of a polyester, maybe rayon blend, great pheasant wool, fall, perfect for fall.
Very trendy.
$10, and there were 5 yards.
Really good deal.
Yep. This I bought for a customer project. Super excited to find this. Definitely polyester costume fabric. 11 yards, $11. So $1 a piece.
Can't beat
Can't
it.
beat that. Waterproof vintage moire, rayon.
You want to explain what moire
This
is?
moire, yeah. So moire, I don't know if you can tell, moire has a like watermark effect on it.
And it makes the sound when you scratch it.
Yeah, it's like a twill fabric. Hard to find, definitely not made a lot. When I saw that it was vintage and that there was 8.5 yards of it, I hopped on that so fast.
He actually found this for me too.
Found that for Hannah. That's
This is a
vintage
really
fabric.
awesome vintage fabric. So a lot of stuff that I do is for clients that resell vintage and antique clothes. And anything that needs repair, ideally they would like things used from the same time period. So like vintage zippers, linings. So this is definitely a really cool find for relining something, maybe from the early 1900s, late 1800s, something like that. So
I also bought one sleeve hem, and that was $1, and I bought a tailor's pointer
yeah,
for
really
25 cents.
crazy. It's
25 cents.
Yeah, you
crazy.
cannot find that stuff this cheap. So
And then I bought a little package of boning for 25 cents. Gross grain ribbon for inside waist of dresses. Definitely more than at least 5 yards for $1.
it's crazy.
A pressing mitt, which I was looking for a
Ooh,
while.
I didn't see that one.
25 cents.
Nice.
I'll definitely, I won't use it a lot, so I'll keep it here at the shop. I won't use it a lot. And then 25-cent case for thread, and then I took out and put in all of the thread that I also bought for 50 cents.
Yeah.
So it's all good quilting stuff.
So
Cotton thread.
a little tip with buying used thread is always sort through and like pull the thread, because some of them come dry rotted and a lot of people don't know to check that, and it can be really frustrating when you try to sew with it and it just keeps snapping. So that's a sign that it just needs to be discarded. But when you're buying a bag of thread for $1 or $2, it's totally worth just buying the whole bag and risking, you know, half of it even discarding it, because thread, especially now, is not cheap. So,
It is not cheap.
Yeah.
These were all 25 cents each, all serger thread. This one was, I think this is not
25
serger thread,
cents,
but
and
this
like
is all cotton.
they still have the wrapping on them.
Yeah.
And this one, I mean, I don't know how old it was, but it was $1.99 when it was new.
So I mean, even for 25 cents, I mean, if it's rotted,
Yes.
it's not even. It's
Totally worth
$1.50
it.
I spent for thread, all this much thread.
So all in all, we only had about 45 minutes to an hour to spend there.
Speed shop.
Speed shop. So what we found was pretty incredible for that amount of time. I definitely recommend going and allotting more time to really weed through stuff, because they'll have tables of things that say like higher end fabrics, silks, wools, but they don't know like or don't have time to separate all naturals from synthetics, like wool looks or silk looks. So you have to kind of weed through and feel and kind of like study which ones are good quality and which ones aren't, depending on what you're looking for. So yeah, definitely recommend spending more time. We'll probably go there a little bit earlier next time, but all in all, really good experience. So thanks for listening. Bye.